Over the last 10 years or so, the amazing world of social media has totally transformed our lives in the way we do business, the way we connect with friends and family, entertainment, and so much more. But it's also given rise to nasty comments and behaviour, to put it mildly. So in this video, I'm going to explore which of the social media platforms has the nastiest comments and the worst trolls, and what we can all do about it. And that's coming up right now. Hey there, Mark Warnken here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, the #1 place to stay up to date with everything that's happening in the world of social media. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and tick the bell icon. That way you won't miss out on any of my weekly videos.
And diving straight into this video as I explore some of the main social media platforms in regard to, which of them has the nastiest comments, which of them has the worst trolls, and what we can all do about them. So straight off the bat, I'm going to give you it from my perspective. Now, I use social media every day for my own business and brand, and I suppose we're all going to have a different, experience on social media. So from my perspective, that's what this video is all about, but I definitely want to hear your comments as well. So what I want you to do straight away is go to the comment section below and let me know which of these main social media platforms that you're using the most, and let me know what your experience is. So in this video, we're going to be looking at LinkedIn. We're then going to be having a look at YouTube as well. Now, after YouTube, we're then going to be having a look at Facebook, which of course is very, very popular. Equally very popular these days is Instagram. And finally, we're going to be having a look at Twitter. So I'll say straight off the back, in regard to LinkedIn for me as a business professional networking site, I find is overwhelmingly positive. Now, you might have separate thoughts on that, and that's where you can go to the comment section below. But I tend to find everyone is very quite polite, more so than the other platforms, and I tend not to get that many spammy or trolly or nasty comments on my posts and my interactions. And as I scroll through some of the posts that I've been publishing here on my LinkedIn profile, quite often they're promoting myself and my business and brand. There was a video on Instagram. Here's another one on creating a Facebook page. But just like a lot of the social media platforms, we get to share content. This is a great one on how aloe vera is produced. It had over 2,000 views and various things like that. Melissa was a client of mine. I shared her information. Oh, this particular post is a really good one. This is a lady who lost her hair because she was going through chemo. Got 10 comments on that, and overwhelmingly all of the comments on this particular post were very, very positive, obviously because of the sensitive nature of the topic. But overall, I find LinkedIn as a business professional network, the comments and the information and the feedback is overwhelmingly positive. But if your experience was a little bit different to that, you can actually take action and block and report and do that. And I'll quickly show you how you can do that. And LinkedIn, just like the other social media platforms, allow you to block and report people and things like that. So here's a first level option of mine, Kenjo. I'm going to utilize him just as an example. I actually follow him on LinkedIn. He posts some business information, but if I wasn't quite happy with the information and the comments and things like that, I do have a range of options available here. I can block and report and unfollow and things like that, but I can take it a step further as well. Being a first level connector of mine, Kenjo, I could click here the more button, and then I have down the option here. I can remove the connection, unfollow, report, and block as well, and there are some options there. So LinkedIn, I find overwhelmingly for me is a great networking platform. I like to think I'm posting lots of, helpful how-to information. So from that point of view, in regard to, I would then rank, how would I rank LinkedIn in regard to nastiness or trolling? I would probably rank it from my perspective a 1 out of 10. That's right, 1 being very low. The overwhelming experience I have here on LinkedIn is quite positive one. As we then move over to the second of the social media platforms we're going to be reviewing, and this one is YouTube. So I've been quite active on YouTube over the last 12 months. I've now got over 100 videos online, and by putting yourself out there so much, let me tell you, you do attract a lot of comments. I'll say up front, most of them are being overwhelmingly positive because my content tends to be how-to and helpful information tips on social media, but I do get my fair share of trolls and equally nasty comments as well. And as I scroll through some of the comments, most of them are overwhelmingly positive. Thanks for the video. What else have we got? Here we go. Denise, Mark, thank you. I've popped you a connection on LinkedIn as well. Here she was saying she couldn't work out how to do it, and my video was helpful. But I do get spammed as well. I think that's what I probably get most here on YouTube in regard to some of my videos. I tend to get spammed a lot, where people will sort of, leave the link to their own videos on my videos. And here's a good example. Here is a cluster of them, 1, 2, 3 of them in a row, where people left silly comments. I don't even really understand what they are, but the idea is they're putting a link there and they want people to click here. But that's what I tend to find mostly here on YouTube in regard to nasty comments. Now, YouTube make it a little bit difficult to actually, well, firstly, let me take it back a step. You can't comment on someone's video unless you have your own YouTube channel. So that does, I suppose, filter out a lot of, the easy access that people might have on some of the other social media platforms. For someone to comment on any of my videos, they need to have their own YouTube channel. So you need a Gmail account and you have to set up as well. So I tend to get spammed a lot. Let me see if I can find some nasty comments as well. So this is one of the most popular videos I've got on my YouTube channel at the moment. It's called How to Use Twitter, a Beginner's Guide. It's had 190,000 views, 3,000 thumbs up, 3,300 thumbs down, and it's had over 1,000 comments. So for this particular video, it's attracted a lot of crazies. I don't know why, and we're going to get to Twitter, and maybe that will explain why. But, overwhelmingly, people here saying this particular video is helpful, but I tend to get lots of young people saying they Twitter is this and Twitter is that. And let me see if I can find a funny one. And here we go. Here's a comment, and it says, I love how this guy tries to reply to as many comments as possible. Respect. But here's a comment. Nope, this stuff I already know. What I need is specifics on how to use it. And she doesn't want to read through and watch too much of my videos. But here's a good one. Here we go. Advice number 1 on how to use Twitter. Don't ever touch Twitter. So, but I do get some nasty comments. I do get, by all means, I get my fair share of nasty comments. People will comment on how I look. They'll comment on how old I am, my accent, and equally, some quite nasty stuff as well. But overall, I tend to find my YouTube experience is pretty good. So I'm going to only rank it a 3 out of 10. That's right. Now, I do get lots of spam, and that's why I've given it a 3 out of 10, but that's still a really low number and percentage, which moves us then onto the third platform that we're reviewing, and this one is Facebook. Now, Facebook's broken up into 2 parts. We have the Facebook from a business perspective, and here is my business profile. Mark Warnken, social media selling 1, 2, 3. And the other side of that is Facebook, my own personal profile, Mark the individual. So I'll tick this one off straight away because my own personal profile is just family and friends and work colleagues. I tend not to have any problems here in regard to nastiness or comments or trolls. Yes, we might have a disagreement on a post, but from a personal point of view, my own Facebook page, I don't have a problem with it. But from a business perspective, I do get very much a mixed bag. Now, my social media Facebook page, I suppose, is different to a lot of them because, I'm teaching other business owners how to use social media as a platform. So most of my comments and interactions and posting is, self-help information. And I suppose the people who are consuming that, they're coming to my page looking for specific information. So the overall, I suppose, interaction feedback that I get is tend to be pretty good as well. But it tends to be my video contents that sort of gets people's interest in regard to commenting and things like that. But the overall, they're still pretty good, but I tend to get spammed a little bit. This is a good example here where this person here, Azir, has put his video, YouTube video link in the comments section of my Facebook page. Now, I haven't picked this up on, been there for a while, so I can then click on options and I can delete it. Give feedback and hide this comment, but I will then delete that one. I then get the option, of course, we can then block this person. Well, we aren't added as a friend yet, but my Facebook business page is open to everyone, but the options then pop up in regard to, what You know, I can block this person, find support, or report this profile. So overall, and I will delete this comment here because it's just someone spamming my post, and you know that doesn't work. So there's a tip for other people. If you're putting your video links in other people's video, it's just spam. It doesn't work. But overall, my Facebook business page, I'm going to rank it a 3 out of 10 as well, just like I did YouTube in regard for spamming, nasty comments, trolls. I suppose when you stick your head up, like myself here on social media, you have to, you know, not everyone will like you, and by the nature of what I do, you have to put up with some negativity. But overall, I'm going to, as I said, rate this one pretty low still as a 3 out of 10. So the fourth platform we're going to review, this one is Instagram. Now, Instagram is extremely popular, and this is probably one of the platforms that a lot of the influencers and younger people really are doing amazing things on it for their business and brand, things like that. And for that reason alone, it does attract a lot of negativity. Now, from my perspective, again, from a business point of view, I find it pretty low. Nasty comments, and trolling, and spam and inappropriate messages. But I know from a lot of female perspectives, you know, they're out doing their business in any way, shape, or form, and they're doing what they want to do, and the nastiness and the comments that come through are absolutely appalling. And for some people, I would probably rank it, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 in regard to, the nastiness that they experience as well. But, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Facebook are trying, and Instagram are trying really, really hard to sort of help and protect us all, so our experience is so much better. So my side from, Instagram, and I'm rebranding my Instagram page. So this is just my own Instagram personal profile. Again, I'm going to rank Instagram from my point of view still a 3 out of 10, just like I did with Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget to get in the comment section below and let me know what your thought is on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I love to hear your feedback because that's how I learn so much, and my learning from other people, I'm able to, pass on that knowledge to lots of other people as well. So as we move over to the fifth of the profile, social media sites that we're reviewing this video, and the last one, and this one is Twitter. Now, I've saved Twitter for last, and for a lot of you, you can probably now understand why. Twitter is an amazing platform. I think Twitter is absolutely amazing in regard to, receiving news and sharing business information and things like that. But Twitter, I think of all of the social media platform, is at the top. Twitter is the #1 platform that it seems to attract the nastiness, the trolls, the negative comments and things like that. Now, for some people, that might be Instagram as well, and from a female perspective. But I think overall, Twitter, and I'll say it again, I find Twitter absolutely amazing from, the potential and what it offers us. But, the messages that sometimes I get, the nasty messages, threats as well. And I'm only out here teaching various social media, how-to tips and things like that. But I do get my share of them, and they're all from anonymous people, of course, because, Twitter make it relatively easy for you to set up a profile. Sometimes I set up a test profile just to check something out, and before I've even done anything with it, people are sending me messages as well. So from my perspective, I love Twitter. But I'm going to rank it, believe it or not, I'm going to rank it a 7 out of 10 in regard to some of the nastiness in comments that I get. And that's really high compared to how I've ranked some of the others. But I will say, I believe a lot of them, they could be bots or robots, maybe they're not real individuals, but I do get my fair share of nasty comments in regard to myself posting here on Twitter. So there we go. Hopefully you found this video informative, entertaining, and helpful as we explored 5 of those social media platforms in regard to, nasty comments, trolls, and things like that. All of the platforms, no matter which one that you're on, they do give you the option of blocking. I didn't show everyone how to do the blocking on each individual one because it's relatively easy these days. We go to the setting, or we go to the account, we click the options, and it allows us to block, it allows us to unfollow and or report those particular profiles. But I've said it a few times in this video, I would love for you to actually go to the comment section my overwhelming experience here on social media is very positive. And I think that's a reflection maybe of my age and a reflection of how I'm using it and the content that I'm producing. But I do know so many people have a quite, nasty experience on social media. And I'll say it again, because I've said it a few times, from a female perspective in regard to, just men, the inappropriateness is I'm astounded with sometimes. And I get lots of direct messages from business owners and brands saying, Mark, any tips on how we can combat that? So that's why I released this video. I thought, hey, maybe I can help other business owners and brands and individuals deal with the deal with some of the nastiness that we explore here on social media. So thanks for watching this video. As always, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or give me a like. If you're watching it on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Facebook, give my page a thumbs up and a like. Follow me on Twitter as well. Connect with me on LinkedIn. And I would love for you to share this video across all your socials as well.